So this is a video I wanted to make for a long time, as I think it will help a lot of people just like you to have an even better holiday in Mallorca. There are a lot of people who still think that Mallorca is Mallorca, and that is really not true. There are so many different and unique destinations on Mallorca, and the trick to having a great holiday in Mallorca is a lot about picking the right destination for you. In this video I want to guide you quickly through all destinations in Mallorca in the hope that with this advice you will have an even better holiday here with us on Mallorca. Let's start off close to the airport and move around the island from here. Closest to the airport you will find the resort of El Arenal and Playa de Palma. Both these resorts flow into each other and are well known for German and Dutch speaking tourists in this area. Mostly a younger generation that likes to party and be noisy. In many ways Mallorca is trying to change this image here, but not with much success yet, but they are making progress. This area has a long, nice, wide sandy beach and offers many clubs to go party in the evening and nighttime. More and more upscale restaurants and clubs are starting to pop here in the last couple of months as well. Also in the winter, El Arenal and Playa de Palma are popular with tourists, but the whole area is much more quiet and less busy, of course. If you want to be close to all of this but away from all the busyness, is that a word, and party a bit, if you want to be away from all the busyness and party a bit, then Pastilla might be something for you. Just keep in mind that this area is closest to the airport and might have some noise from planes landing and taking off. Next up is the city of Palma. This area is much about culture, but also has an active nightlife and clubbing scene. There is a beach here, but not necessarily the nicest one. If you want to be near Palma, but a bit outside the city where there are nicer beaches, have a look at the resorts of Ietas, Cala Millor and Portals Naus in Mallorca. Past these smaller resorts you will find the big resort of Palma Nova and right next to it Magaluf. Palma Nova is the more family-friendly one of the two. It has some nice beaches and loads of restaurants, shops, bars and pubs. All of these are much aimed at English, Irish and Scottish people, but also Swedish and other Scandinavian people like to come here. Magaluf next door is in many ways the same, but more about clubbing, late nights and party. Majorca and Magaluf are trying hard to make this area more upscale and classy, but progress is going rather slow. Santa Ponsa is a bit further down and similar to Palma Nova, but more chilled and relaxed. There are less hotels here and spread out over a bigger area. The beach is pretty nice here as well. Santa Ponsa is getting more popular with German-speaking nationalities, and some areas are now very popular with the upper class living in Mallorca. Next is Paguera. Personally, I think this is one of my favorite areas here in the west of Mallorca. You will find a mix of nationalities here, but also many typical German snack places and restaurants. They do a good job at keeping cars and noise away from the beaches here, and many parts of the town are restricted to traffic. Keep in mind that this area is quite hilly, so for people with babies or disabilities, maybe not the best choice. Cala is a small resort just outside of Paguera. There are just 2 or 3 hotels here and a very nice beach just in front of them. From here you can walk into Paguera in about half an hour. Cap de Mar is also pretty small with not too many hotels. This area is mostly popular for real estate development for the rich and the golf course. The beach is good, but there is not much nightlife in this area. A little bit further down you will find the Andratx. I would not really call this a beach holiday destination. There are a few nice hotels here, but not a nice beach. Because of the fishing port, there are many restaurants here serving fresh fish and seafood. This area caters to people with a bigger budget. Further down you will also find Sant Elm, chill little resort with a relaxed atmosphere and just a few hotels. Port is one of the only resorts in the west. It's pretty nice here and much more green and lush than some of the other destinations in Mallorca. However, in recent years it has lost some of the charm because of the many day tourists visiting this area every day. This is not much of a problem most of the time, but in high season can become a bit too much. If you want to see and do stuff on the island of Mallorca, this might not be the best place for your holiday, as it is hard to get anywhere else on the island from here. Cala San Vincente is one of the smallest resorts in the north with just a few hotels. It has a nice beach, but in the weekends this beach can get a little bit too busy. Don't expect any clubs or nightlife here, it's mostly residential in this area. Cala San Vincente is close to Puerto Pollensa, one of my favorite destinations in the north. Puerto Pollensa is a collection of mostly small and boutique hotels and a harbor and town area that remains very authentic to this day. This is not a place to visit on a budget, but it's not expensive here either. It's somewhere in the middle, very popular with English people, especially in the somewhat older generation. Puerto de Alcudia is a typical family holiday destination. You will find all nationalities here. It's big and has a nice family-friendly beach. The area is basically split up into two areas: the Greasy Mile, a collection of hotels and restaurants typically catering to budget holidaymakers, and the harbor area that is a bit higher in budget and has loads to do and see in the evening. There are a few clubs, but mostly bars and pubs that make up the nightlife here in Alcudia. If you want to be in the north of Mallorca, in a resort that is popular with families of all nationalities but not too busy, the resort of Playa de Muro might be the right choice for you. It's like Puerto de Alcudia but less busy, nice beach and a bit more upscale. Picafort is like a mix of Alcudia and Pollensa, but mostly popular with German and Dutch-speaking holidaymakers. It's a family holiday resort, but with mostly small boutique-style hotels close to the beach and sea, so this keeps it pretty authentic. The bigger hotels are a bit more in the back of the resort. Cala Ratjada is next, but much further in the east of Majorca. The resort has two nice beaches, a great harbor area with a large array of restaurants and bars. In the evening there is also lots of things to do. There are many clubs and beer gardens all over the resort. Cala Ratjada used to be very much aimed at German tourists, but recently you can also find many Italians in this area. Cala Mesquida and Foat are two different resorts close to Cala Ratjada, but much smaller with just a few hotels. From both these resorts you can walk into Cala Ratjada in about 30 minutes to an hour. There are also easy bus connections to Cala Ratjada. Cala Bona and Cala Millor are the next holiday destinations in Mallorca. They are similar in size and offer to Cala Ratjada, Alcudia, Picafort and Playa de Palma. You can find all kinds of nationalities here, a great beach and an active nightlife and large shopping street. Cala Bona is the smaller resort of the two and right next to Cala Millor. You can easily walk from Cala Bona to Cala Millor. Both have nice white sandy beaches. Coma is a bit further down, but you can also walk here from Cala Millor through the dunes area. That's a pretty nice nature walk actually. Coma is very similar to Cala Millor, just not that busy, and also the beach of Foat next door offers an authentic Spanish feeling beach resort. Here in the southeast you will also find many small resorts and holiday destinations. If you are looking for authenticity and a relaxed destination, have a look at Porto Pedro, Cala Romantica, Calas de Mallorca and Porto Colom. If you want to find all my videos covering Mallorca even more easy, then don't forget to subscribe. I really hope this video helped you and that you will have an even better holiday in Mallorca because of it.